Wassail! Hello everyone. So, I'm going to try and remain calm and not sweat. It's full moon in Pisces and there's a lot going on because rather magically this full moon coincides. Wassail Patrick and Wassail Emma. I suppose I should wait really for a few people before I go yakety yakety yak. But full moon in Pisces. Do I have a new shirt? It's all, you know, Scully Day of the Dead themed. And I'm hoping that because it's hugging my body, it might make me sweat a bit less. But I doubt that. I've got my little dabber. So, oh, hello, Peggy. Wassail Queen Star Sophia, Wassail Wolf Woman, Wassail Dark. I can't read that one. Dark. I can't read that one. Dark Fired Aegon 2013. Hey, Wassail Reem, Wassail Mika, Wassail P. Monroe, Wassail Penelope. So Wassail Steve. So one painful angel. Ooh, ow. So what's going on? Well, we've got full moon in Pisces. Now, it's interesting because the full moon in Pisces is the sun and moon at 28 degrees. They're not happy. They're not happy opposite each other. But also at the point when they go completely opposite, the full moon point, which is at 23:54 on the 20th of September, GMT. So in some places it's going to be the 21st. It's a void. They immediately, as soon as they reach exact opposites, they go void, and they go void for 3 hours and 19 minutes. And there's a few other magical things going on. So I thought that we would have a look at the aspects that are going on. So two of the things are going on. No, let's So let's go backwards. The next two moons, so the full moon in Aries, it's going dark. It's going really dark. Come back, the light. The full moon in Aries will also in October, that will also go immediately void, as will, rather excitingly, the full moon that takes place in Taurus in November. That is a partial lunar eclipse visible over North and South America. I moved to the right place. I get to see a partial eclipse of the moon. But that will be interesting that the lunar eclipse will be during a void. It takes place about 4 minutes after. Well, it's a slow motion thing, an eclipse. But, so we've got that going on. And we'll have another little, because I'm getting ready to channel, and it's already getting hot, people. Oh, happy birthday, Queen Star Sophia. What? Oh, you have to have a card. You have to have a card. You have to have a card. You can't just throw out a birthday. I don't know. Oh, look. Split on the deck. Beloved in your own rhythm. So, let's just give Queen Star Sophia a little birthday message. Yeah, lunar eclipse during a void, Everlong Eve. Oh, you're getting a code. You're getting a code to shift something in this solar return. I'm going to give you one. I feel like you need a Raw Rune. I feel like you also need a sound healing card. Don't usually do this. I should do it more often. So Sophia, what's your sound? What's your healing sound you need to be working on or looking at? What's your energetic aspect for this solar return? Oh, it's the blank one. That's not meant to be there. I meant to take that out. It was when I was making the cards. At least we've got rid of it now. Yes, one painful angel. I've lost weight. It's called sweating. It's a detox sweat. So look, let's get. Come on, Sophia. Sophia needs a sound healing energy. I think it's this one, sacral. So that's a D. I'm going to give you a quick D. That's your sacral. That's your theme for this solar return. So you drew the blank rune. It's about potential. It's about not having, it's like having a new page to write on. So let's just get you an Odin to go with the circle. There we go. Oh, you got two. You got two. You've got Loki. It's time to shift. You are going to be going through a very, that's the code. You get the code and then you shift frequency. Oh, an Idun. This is a year when you're going to connect through your sacral to your inner biome so much better. Your stomach will stop giving you grief and you will shift to a brand new frequency. It's a big change for you. That's a lovely solar return energy. So let's put the cards back and let's go to this reading because there's some exciting things that I need to tell you about. So this full moon is not just about, it's a real awkward energy. So Moon and Neptune are above the horizon. In fact, above the horizon are all of the major planets. Below the horizon are all the personal planets. This moon is not personal. This moon is about collective frequencies. So down at the bottom, the sun is in the 28 degrees of Virgo, heading nearly into Libra, but it hasn't got there yet. And Mars is just ahead. Mars is at something like 3 degrees of Libra. Yeah, 3 degrees of Libra. And so they're kind of causing this kind of suppression of personal anger that you need to suppress personal anger. You need to suppress your need to speak out. You need to suppress your heart's desires temporarily while we just go through this motion from the full moon to the equinox, because there's a lot going on. So above the horizon, you have got Pluto, 24 degrees Capricorn, in retrograde, big energy of global concern, followed by Saturn, 7 degrees in Aquarius, in retrograde, followed by Jupiter, 23 degrees in Aquarius, in retrograde, followed by Neptune, 21 degrees of Pisces, in retrograde, followed by Chiron, 11 degrees of Aries, in retrograde, followed by Gaia, Uranus, at 14 degrees of Taurus, in retrograde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 planets in retrograde, all on show, dealing with big changes, plus an equinox. I don't want to call it the autumn equinox because, you know, in some places it's a spring equinox. It's the September equinox. So then also, just to say, on the 27th, obviously, Mercury will go retrograde as well. So that makes 7. So let's put that blank rune over there. Now, on top of that, just have a little dab. I'm getting a bit overexcited. It is warm, obviously. Just having a little look. Love the shirt. It's my new shirt. It's one of my Day of the Dead shirts. I'm going to have a whole collection of Day of the Dead because I'm going somewhere very beautiful up a mountain where it's only 21 degrees Celsius and at night it gets cold. That's going to be exciting. Be able to do readings all day with no sweat. So what we need is to understand the magic that's going on with a couple of air trines. What's an air trine? I hear you cry. Go on, cry, shout. What's an air trine? Change the light. It's gone dark again. It's, you know, it's only early here. It's 12:08. Oh, there you go. It's come back. So what's an air trine? An air trine is when two planets are trining each other. Okay, they're trining each other, but they're both in air signs. So what's the first one? And this one's very exciting. Saturn is at 7 degrees in Aquarius. And then at 7 degrees in Gemini, we have, yes, Black Moon Lilith, the dark one. Something about this frequency that's to do with old and new, regeneration and aging, changing, transforming. But that's a really interesting one because obviously we're dealing with the full moon, which is the bright white side of the moon. Turn it round and there is dark moon Lilith having a little bit of an air trine with Saturn. And then we've also got another one, Jupiter, 23 degrees, also in Aquarius, doing a trine, an air trine with Mercury, who's at 23 degrees of Libra. So there's a load of air coming on as we shift into this equinox. So, do you know what? I want to say, One Painful Angel, that there is an energy coming up because these trines are about matches. They're about mirrors. They're about frequencies that match ourselves, but also frequencies of others that we match. And I have noticed going through the charts right up to the end of the year, there's a lot of really interesting double conjunctions going on at the same time, which we'll get to. I'm not doing them today. But there is a sense of mirroring and meeting mirrors, looking at someone and seeing yourself in their face. There's a lot of that coming. But I don't think it's today. So we're going to start today with the sun and the moon. So the sun is below the horizon. Let's start with the sun. Ooh, looky, looky, looky. We have Wakand. You see, look, that got all wet with my sweat the other day. This is the Watcher, the animal guide, but I feel not that it's an animal. We'll see. I'm feeling very much that this is a guide. You see, I keep picking up this energy today of this equinox being a point at which the 4 fixed royal stars, and you remember I did that reading on the 4 royal stars, I think that they change. I think they're shifting. So I think that Regulus, who was the fixed royal watcher of the north, is about to become the watcher of the east. and shift from watching the summer solstice to watching the vernal equinox. But I don't know. But there's something going on with a shift. The fact that we've got a Watcher card coming out is making me think Regulus is going to step up and bring something new. Now, what's the other card we got with this? Earthmation. I bloody love that word. Earthmation, which is earthly magician. It's the power of yourself within the earth. It's watching the power of the earth. What is that? It's like taking on a new responsibility. This has definitely got something to do with Regulus, because the sun, after all, is a star. So somehow the star energy is transforming. Let's put a little bit of a... Let's come to the moon in a minute. Let's just get the sun out of the way. Right, what I want to say, Sigrid, is if you can, try and step away from the word twin flame, because it's a really toxic weighted word. Use a different word like mirror souls, because it comes with less toxic energy. So just have a good think about that, because it is I'm trying all the time to look at the semantics of words, and twin flames has been used to cover up very abusive relationships. Yeah, it's a very old word back from the days of Plato, but it has been misused in the latter half of the 20th century and the beginning of this 21st century to just really abuse a lot of people in toxic relationships. So it's really a nice idea to just slip away from that twin flame bollocks and go on to mirror soul. So the sun and Regulus. What's this Watcher? Oh! It's the hummingbird. Oh, where I'm going next, they've got hummingbirds in the garden. If I don't see one, I'm going to cry. So the hummingbird is about a change of heart. So again, I just feel that this is a change of heart. Also, the smoky mirror, the changing of your power, because I know most people can't seem to see this, but look, in the bottom of that card is not the reflection of the statue above, but is a woman drowning. And I want to say that I've had that energy as well today. This sense that during the last 50, 60 years, I'm not even that old, but during the last half of the last century, the energy of the earth was so overpowering that we were almost choking in it. Okay, so there's something about clearing the heart, clearing the pathways, changing the guard. So now let's get for the moon. So what are you all saying? I must remember to stop talking to myself. I can feel a really cheeky energy coming through with the moon. That's really interesting. There's a card that seems to be bigger than all the other cards because it's from the wrong deck. There we go. I put it on the wrong pile. It was Sophia's series. Although, look, there is something about your power, our power is found within our sacral. You plant the seed within your sacral. So, moon, moon, moon. Let's have that moon. Oh, you see, I'm desperate. I've been desperate to see a hummingbird. Come on, light. for such a while, like 2 years. Last year I saw hummingbird moths, and the hummingbird moth is absolutely tiny, and it looks just like a hummingbird, but it's a moth, and it has a long proboscis, and it hovers just like a hummingbird. I didn't even know they existed. So, the moon, please. What's the moon's, because the moon and the sun are not happy together, but let's see what we're getting. The moon, what's the moon up to? What is the moon doing? What is the moon doing? You haven't seen them in Australia. No, I've never seen them, but in Mexico, they have loads of different species, and they actually have about 12 species that are native just to Mexico. So look, the moon's not talking. The moon's gone really, 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 really quiet. Ooh, ooh. Well then, what's going on? Hell is in the house. Hell is Dark Moon Lilith in many respects. Death and rebirth. This is a moment of massive change, and it's a change globally. It's not personal, it's global. And then we've got Moon's being generous. Why is the sun not being generous? Oh, you see, they're saying to me it's got something to do with this shifting energy of the sun. Because, you know, we're going to get to the point on the 22nd, depending on where you are, the equinox, where the night and day are of equal length. And then we have the most beautiful elven light, Lifruma. So the moon feels like the moon is being absolutely rebirth generous. But the sun's watching from a distance, and the sun's got Mars next to it. Do you know, hell is always here with me, because I have an old ancestral name from my kind of Cornish Scandinavian ancestry, which is Hel-son, the son of hell. So, it's exciting. I love a bit of hell. Also, my Mayan sign is all about death. I'm all about death, me. Ooh, look. This has come out upside down. It's time to end this globally. It's time to... Oh, you see now, Reem, they're saying to me, it's like they're showing me her descending into hell. That's interesting. It's a hanged woman. Right, so... Whoa, they were sharp. Ooh, spirits gathering. Spirit is gathering. Right, let me just have a little look at the numbers. And let me just have a look. Look, I know it's not just autumn, but for 90% of the world's population who live in the Northern Hemisphere, it is. So they're bringing in this card to show a growth period. Not autumn so much, it's just that they're using squashes. Although saying that, squashes are a favourite food in Portugal all summer. So the energy that I'm seeing is this descending to meet this. And that's why this energy is all a little bit uncomfortable. So what we're going to do is ask Odin. Well, not Odin, the Odin and the 9 realms. What's going on? What's going on between them? What's going on as the curse, as hell descends? What's going on as this energy descends into the underworld? Oh, look, it's a gift. It's a gift from the darkness. It's a gift from, it's Nidavellir. They are the magic dwarves that build all the wonderful magic. You see, now they're saying to me that we need to be aware of the fact that, like, the Hell's power is genuinely Hell's power. She is a powerful female goddess. And she is half skeleton, half flesh. She's half human, half dead. There's all these kind of aspects where she's more than one thing. But she's kidnapped as a child and taken down and placed into this very dark place with all the spirits. But that was her gift. And she was able to gift the world with light. So there's something about the full moon and the dark moon Lilith aspect that are taking place. It's interesting, the full bright moon is in house 12, Pisces, big spiritual changes, the gathering of spiritual energies all around, with a protective elven light all around it. Okay, what was her name? Hell, it was her name. The word hell and Helheim is named after Hell. She is Hel. And when the Christians took over, they called the Christian dark place Hell because it was already established in the minds of people as the underworld in the Anglo-Saxon world. So dark moon Lilith is bringing an energy somehow of the light from the darkness. But because we're in house 12 for the full moon, when you set the mundane astrology for this exact moment, you also find that house 12 is also Gemini. So it's like both sides of the moon are in the spiritual place of rebirth, of letting go of something profound and having a transformation. Just take that little bit of Sheena Easton off my arms, because I'm got a little bit of a glow on. But I'm doing quite well today. The glasses make you hotter, but I can't read anything without them on. Right, so what am I doing? I don't know. This is the problem with humidity. Deep humidity cooks your brain. It's like having your brain coddled like a soft egg. So we're looking at what's being brought. So there's a gift. What is this gift? What is the gift, please, that hell is bringing? It's like the two sides of hell are, if you take this away, you get candle, you get the light, and then the other way, it's the reverse of that energy. We've got both of those runes, but hell's trying to show you the two aspects that are available within Gemini, because it's an open area. And remember, we're preparing now for the removal of the retrograde season. I know there's one more to add. So, Gethin. So, Gethin is said to be the person that looks after the dead who... So, look, in Norse mythology, when you die in battle, and then you go to one of the two heavens, either Asgard heaven or Vanahamir heaven. Asgard heaven's when you die having a battle because you love to have a fight. The Vanahamir one is when you fight for a noble cause. Hell, she takes anyone who doesn't die in battle. So she takes all the other people. And it's meant to be a place you don't want to be in, but actually it's a really nice place. She looks after everyone down there. Now, Geffen is said, which is pretty awful as well, to be the one who looks after, in her little realm of heaven, in the afterworld, all the virgins and the spinsters. Don't really like that energy very much, but what she brings is the energy of truth, of a kind of community truth, and it's wrapped up in the energy of Hell's brother, Jörmungandr. Deborah, I ain't got no cinnamon on me anywhere. So there's a purification of community, of the world around somehow, that is being delivered to us by Hell. So I think we need to move on to this energy. Let's put these ones back. This air trine between Dark Moon Lilith and Saturn. Let's find out what they're up to. Dark Moon Lilith and Saturn. Hey, Wassail, Corey. I noticed in my last text to you that it changed your name to Cody, but there you go. There's something going on with my phone. It's just making up words now. I mean, it makes up whole sentences I don't even type in. And I don't know what that's about. Right. I hope you're not being rude, Wild Wolfwoman. I don't know what you said there. Right, so let's have Saturn, 7 degrees of Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, I need to look that up on the 24th of December. Mindset Unicorn. That's interesting. No, Dark Moon, Lilith and Saturn can't wait until they meet. How do they meet? I mean, she's in Gemini for ages. I'll have to look it up. I need to work that out. So, Saturn. Ooh, Saturn. That's an interesting one. Saturn's blocking the light. Ah, interesting. Saturn's blocking the light and Dark Moon Lilith is bringing it, because there is an energy of Dark Moon Lilith having shadows that are the keys to the light. And then we've got Patrick's favourite one, Stenkness. This comes up so much at the moment. This is being tested, being scented by something. And then the third one we have, and this goes with it, look, scented, and if you take that and you pass the test, you get Elk's protection. It feels like the test is on Saturn. So, that's interesting. So, look, just as an aside, I'm staying with that, but I need to just tell you what's going on. Tonight, I'm going to the main square to watch Puck a Puck, I think it's called. It's a Mayan ancient ball game that they played in these giant ball courts, and they're doing it at night. And in the picture, there's flames. I don't know why. And I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to go and watch it. And then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., I've spent a lot of money hiring a guide who's going to drive me 2 hours to Chichen Itza to go to the ball court and the Temple of the Bearded Man. I feel like I need to ask a question about the Temple of the Bearded Man. Patrick did a great reading about the Bearded Man that Reem and I and Eve and people were all in attendance with. And I'm fascinated because the Bearded Man is somehow linked to Odin, or it could be this ancient mystic from 11th century Spain. But I'm getting this sense that I'm going as a bearded man to connect to the energies. So just sort of let you know about that. So if you want to send me some tips towards the cost, it will be gratefully received. So let's move on. Saturn. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Saturn needs... I might have to walk like an Egyptian in a minute. Right, Saturn. Saturn is turning dark to be tested with protection. It's not... So, my PayPal link is in the description box. Right, what's this Saturn turning dark? Do you know what? I think that's elks again. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Right, so it did something about Saturn was... look, I'm getting this energy that once Saturn was the protector. It's like he's got old, and now he's got to turn to Dark Moon Lilith, who is representing the energy of youthfulness, because she's been crystallized for so long, and now that we're in air epoch, she's got her energy wings back, and she's taking off, like from the chrysalis, completely crystallized. She's taking off, and she represents youthfulness, perpetual youthfulness. Right, so what's this dankness? It's Loki, it's Daddy. I need to go down. Got a long way down. So, but I am dripping. This is Hell's father. Mother was Angerborda. So the giantess. So, and he was a giant. Look, Loki was a giant. I want you all to understand something about Loki. We always talk about Loki as being adopted by Odin, but actually he was held hostage to make sure that the giants behaved. And Loki is very, 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 very clever and helps the gods out of many fixes that they get themselves into. Ooh, the bell. I need to just do a little paddy off. So, the movie's frozen. It's not now. I know. You see, the thing is, I'll be really honest, Cindy might be watching, but she won't write anything. She'll send me text later. Because where she hasn't got her comments on, as soon as she's anywhere, everyone kind of jumps on her. So she's just, you know, she might be watching. I'll send her a message and tell her that Lilith is up to things. Actually, her Libra reading that I watched yesterday, I felt like so on cue for me. I'm all about timelines tomorrow. Right, so what's this protection? Oh, looky. These are big Jotun energies. So, the protection, Skadi Skadi's got something to do with the eclipse. There's something going on between Saturn now and the eclipse, and I don't know what that is, but there's a transformation of Saturn who has turned dark. So let's get some cards on Lilith. I love Lilith. Right, let's get some cards on Lilith. Let's just move those cards out of the way. Right, so I'm hearing something about the nervous system, which is interesting, because that's Chiron. Oh! It's not Sagittarius, it's Chiron. She's coming in as representing an energy of Chiron's. What's Chiron at? Hang on, let me just check this, people. Chiron's at 11 degrees in Aries, in a compass work, putting a sword in the ground of truth. Something about the centaur. Oh, you see, there's something about transformation, healing is what I'm hearing. Healing Saturn. It's time to heal Saturn. That's interesting. Oh, hey, look. It's the Ginunga gap, the seed, the void, the potential of everything is within Dark Moon Lilith at 7 degrees. Oh, not 7. Yeah, 7. At 7 degrees of Gemini. What else do we have, please, for Lilith? What else do we have for Lilith? What else, Lilith? Randy, you and Patrick. Patrick loves a bit of Saturn. There we go. We got the next ones. What have we got? Ooh. Ooh. What's she coming in to deal with? Static heartache. Her own, in many ways. So we've got 12, and then we've got heartache. You see, what's interesting, you can move from this frequency of, you see, this card and sigil are between equinox solstice cards, which is to do with the community. But in this set of Saturn, we've got very simple movements, a very simple process of learning to change. Here, from within the potential, we have to break past this staticness. There's something of this being the phase between two full moons and dropping a new energy in between now and the full moon in Aries with Chiron. That'll be interesting. That's the one in October. And the heartache. The gift that she has is that she gives you the nutrients to move past heartache. But she's giving these energies not just to us, but to a whole community and to Saturn. So let's get some Odin. Oh, that's interesting that it's a Shinto practice. Okay, right. One turned over, vend, bliss, movement, buoyancy. The second one that came out, talk to me about mirroring. It's like you need to bring water, the energy to the roots to move forward. You need to water your shadows. You need to water your heart. And now heartache, what have we got for Hurteka? The nutrients, come on. Lilith, there we go. Oh, look, she's raining it down on us from above. This is a cosmic moment. This is a gift from the moon, but from the dark side of the moon. You've got to look at your shadows. You've got to water aspects of your soul to bring something about that will develop a new relationship with that restricts you, really, that restricts you. So now, what am I going to put on it? I'm going to go all Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Right, so these are the little tiny cards. I'm going with these at the moment because partly I'm not very good at reading them. But also because I'm in a land now that's got more pyramids than Egypt. There's something like 4,400 Mayan sites across Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and further down. 4,400. And look, I also want to tell you, the reason it's so hot here is that this area is the largest rainforest jungle type area outside of the Amazon in the Americas. And so when you go to visit these temples, it's not easy because the towns aren't near them. So like this journey I'm doing from this town, it's a 2-hour ride to get to the temple. And it's going to be 34 degrees heat. I'm going to have to take about 26 t-shirts. I don't have that many. Right, back to the reading. What would you like to tell me about this relationship? Oh, it's in between my thighs. Ooh, that card's about intimacy, I believe. So you've got 12 and 5. 12. I have to take my glasses off to look at these ones. 23, which is another 5, but broken down into pieces. And then we have the Fool. Well, it's not the Fool, but it has an energy of playfulness. And then we have a card that's very much like the Lovers. So let me just have a quick look. I've got the book only because I found it. And I'm going to give us a quick buzzword for each card. So yeah, this is intimacy. Oh, I kind of want to say it's intimacy alone. It's just gone for a long trot. It's something about Saturn being intimate, alone, being alone, feeling alone, feeling restricted from the cosmos. And yet Saturn is the leader of the change that was formed by the stellium in Aquarius back in February. So 5, maturity. He's got, that's interesting. So the energy is, the energy is like Saturn's gone dark because Saturn's gone so far into a belief that his maturity is so much more ancient than everyone else's, the bringer of old age. It's a kind of an energy of arrogance that needs transforming. And it was actually the other way around. Oh no, it wasn't. It's hard to pick these up. So he's put up a veil, and that's why he's turned dark. So then, scented, Scardy. Scardy is a test. Scardy comes as a thing to see if you won't slip over. So there's something about this energy of this test taking place. So what have we got for 23? Generosity. That was in the moon's card. So the white side of Black Moon Lilith, Dark Moon Lilith, is about the generosity that she brings. This is the wise goddess frequency, bringing something new, scalpeling, changing, reforming. There's something, she's inspiring Saturn to the transformation. She is testing him with both her light and her dark side, because she can protect him from himself. That's interesting. She can protect him from herself. She's trying to bring this playful energy back to Saturn. It's like, you know, taking some old git and taking him out for a little joyride somewhere. And they said, and then he'll have a heart attack in the back of the car. That's not what's happening. So she's trying to cheer up. She's trying to cheer up Saturn. Sorry, I'm fascinated by that one. And then 6 is love. She's trying to re-establish love. She's trying to bring the energy to purify the heartache, to bring not just our personal Yggdrasil tree, but Saturn's Yggdrasil tree. And they're showing me the hurricane that's spinning over the top of Saturn, and it's grown, and it's gone from blue to gold, and it's twice as tall, and it's a hexagon shape. It's really interesting. So let's get some tarot on that and ask, what's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome of this air trine between Saturn and Lilith? Saturn and Lilith. Saturn and Lilith. So the first card is a new beginning. It's a new energetic energy coming down. Energetic energy. Of course, it's an energetic energy. It's a new physical energetic sensation coming down to the earth. This is Ophium Tamela. This is the idea of shedding of a skin. Saturn is shedding his old skin. Oh, is he ever? Is he ever? So, shedding his skin, and it feels, you see, this is an interesting card because it says strife, but this is the energy of an internal battle that you win through with the energy of the sun. There's something very, I'm getting an energy of Mars on this, but it is actually Saturn in Leo. So this is the frequency of Saturn being transformed, Saturn's darkness being illuminated from within. And look, this is the Hermit. This is Virgo season, and we are still officially in Virgo season. We don't reach till after the equinox, because even when the equinox takes place, the sun is still just inside Virgo. And it's the gateway. It's the gateway of Inanna Ishtar. This is the gateway of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. This door doesn't open until your heart changes and a hummingbird appears. So that's Saturn's part of that journey. What's Lilith's part then? What's Lilith's part of this journey? Do you know what, Randy, you'll get there? Because we're hitting cosmic, beautiful Libra season shortly, and that brings cosmic balance. What's Lilith doing? What's Lilith doing to Saturn? What's the outcome? She's only giving 3. So we have the canister of discs. She's bringing light back to Saturn. She's regenerating Saturn. And by regenerating Saturn, she's regenerating generationally. I want to remind me that there's a constant sextile at the moment between Saturn and Neptune. There's Neptune's bell. Oh, look. This is the Tesla code. This is to change everything. This is the 369. So this is an energy of changing emotions. It's like it really is this energy of this young woman coming along and just saying to her granddad, do you know what, Granddad? Cheer up, you're getting a bit boring, mate. So we've got the 369 bringing a new energy. Again, I'm being shown the turtle, the tortoise, as this frequency, this energy, this transformation will take place between now and the full moon in Aries, that's the full moon in Libra, which will also have a void. So I'm going to ask, what's the void? What's the void about? And then we go on to Jupiter and Mercury's little tiny air trine. So, where have they gone? Yeah, the turtle, right, people, going back into the water, yes, with the water sorcery. Turtles have 13 little plates, which are the 13 cycles, the 13 moons that you can have in a solar year. And then they have 28 little segments around the edge, and that's the number of days in a moon. So you can actually use the turtles back as a moon calendar. I don't suggest that, but you can. Bonjour, Bruxelles. See, Angela, when I was younger, they used to call me Brussels sprout. So, let's got those back. I want to know about this void, because the void is there. I'm going to leave that one there, and I'm going to ask what's coming out of this moon void, because you know this is Lilith air trining, plus the fact that the moon's in Pisces. What's coming out this void? What's coming out this void? What's coming out of the void? What's coming out of the void? Oh, look, Owl's back, Spirit, Ula. And Watergefell, the waterfall, to dissolve something, to be soluble. And the third card is, oh, look, to ripen and mature. So what's coming out of the void? What's coming out in those 3 hours and 19 minutes is a sense of spirit bringing a soluble energy, a purifying energy that will help us to ripen and mature. So let's have some shamanics. So, I need a little bit of a pad. My shirt is completely stuck to my body now. But I feel like I'm wearing a hell face. Black Moon Lilith. So, can we please have a sense of what's coming out the void, please? What's coming out the void? You have to see the bottom of the shirt, look. I love it. Hey, look. Big old 13th frequency is in that void. There's something about 13. There's something 13 that goes on. I mean, look, there are 3 13s on the 6th of October, or 4. When Pluto comes out of retrograde on the 6th of October on the new moon in Libra, we hit a series of 13s along with a stellium in Libra. But there's something else about a 13 that I noticed that's coming up. It's it's the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse is Saros series 152, and it's the 13th cycle since it started in 1805. So that's interesting too. This is some kind of, we're in a motion. The voids are preparing us for the void. So they're saying there's a void on the full moon in October. Then there's a void on the full moon in November, which is the void moon of the lunar eclipse, which will take us into a voided lunar eclipse passageway that will open out with a total solar eclipse over the South Pole. So, yes, Tanya, how's your crow? It's come out. So I'm feeling like this is this full moon now with the void. This is the void in October. This is the void in November. Because the full moon in December doesn't void. So let's get a card now that I understand that a bit better. I tell you, that's right where I am at the moment. There's a little face sticking its head in the fire. That's my face. I feel like I came out of the fire, which was Portugal, hot, dry heat, out of the frying pan and into the fire of this energy here. It's so strong. 1913 or 1319. Something happened in the year 1319. And I don't know what that is, but I'm going to quickly look because they're shouting 1319. And that would have been the last Aries epoch period. So let's just have a quick glance, see if there's anything obvious that happened in 1319. 1319. It's a bit slow. History. So just give me a moment, we'll have a quick flick. Oh, look, the 3-year-old Magnus Eriksson became the king of somewhere. On July the 8th, a 3-year-old Magnus Eriksson is elected king of Sweden, thus establishing a union with Norway. His mother Ingeborg of Norway is given a place in the regency in both Sweden and Norway. Now, this is interesting. Is Eriksson and another Eriksson who was in Greenland established a colony in Canada, and I'm getting lots of links at the moment between the Mayans and the Norse religions. They both have Yggdrasil trees. And there's lots of other things where there's a belief that Quetzalcoatl could have been linked to Odin. So I'm just having a quick look to see whether there's something else. No, I think it's something to do with that. Interesting. So we're getting this link still, and I am going to Chichen Itza tomorrow, hoping to spot raw runes hidden within the carvings. Yeah, that's weird when that happens, Randy. When there's no animals around, no sound. SpongeBob SquarePants. Right, so I need another card now for the full moon in October. So we've got fire. And he was somebody the red. He was a red Ericsson that came to Canada. Oh yeah, Leif Erikson. That's the bugger. Who found that? Who found Leif Erikson? Was it you, Patrick? Yeah, but that's the guy anyway. I should remember that because there was a terrible singer who was in an episode of Wonder Woman called Leif Garrett. Right, so the second one is Wild Woman. Now, she keeps representing in the mythology daughter of the bearded man, but we won't go down there yet. I'm getting the energy with the waterfall, the solubility, the changing. This is the heartache being over that we just talked about. This is that energy of the heartache being removed. And then lightning for the last one. So 1330. This is the energy of the eclipse tunnel. Right, let's get a couple more cards on that. It's not making any full sense. Let's go with tarot. Oh no, we've got to go with Odin because it's like putting down Mayan images. There's the central nervous system again. Thank you. Right, so look, we've got Lilith's brother, Jormungandr, once again, wrapping himself around the world. Right, so they're giving me this energy as the river that runs beneath all the cenotes here. There's, in this area, there are a whole series of water holes, and they can be above ground, midway ground, below ground, but they're all joined up by a mystical giant river that runs underneath Mexico, or at least the Yucatan Peninsula. And this is fire and water, which is about creation from the voids. So this first void is about creating some kind of new spiritual dimension. The second one, the waterfall with the wild woman, there's a lot of W's there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's some kind of, this has got something to do with the internet. This has got something to do with the internet. Full moon in October in Aries. Something to do with the internet. There we go. Ooh. Look, I want to say, I keep getting this frequency of a new internet. I don't know what that means, but I do keep getting I thought then, Miss Ream, that you'd written wench means we are all moderators rather than wrench. I'm just reading things briefly. So, This is the energy of a new Yggdrasil. Like a new era, it begins on the full moon, and it has something to do with the internet. www.b, birth, something coming through. I don't know what that is. To Midgard. Right, so now let's look at the eclipse one. Let's look at the eclipse one. That's like something that you can't catch. You can't catch the earth. You can't catch what's taking place in the earth yet, is what I'm hearing. I don't like that. Now I need to put more cards on it, because I'm like, hang on a minute. I'm not going to. I am going to. Oh, right. What are we going to have? Oh, look. Let's just have a little Lenormand. Oh my God, they've got a bit sticky. They're stuck together with sweat. It's so damp here. Hey, look, Sasha Carew, how do you do? She sent me Reiki from the ocean today. You need to send it now because I'm sweating. There's cosmic news being brought to us, being brought to the entire Earth in the eclipse tunnel from the 19th of November to the 4th of December. See if they give me anything else. Is there any clues? Are there any clues? It's plural. Is there a clue? Right. Oh, something new. Something new is riding in. And it's a closed book. They will not tell us yet. Oh, but look, this has got Pisces. This has got Pisces on it. And this has got Mercury. Right, well, look, they're tight-lipped. They can't tell us what's coming in that eclipse tunnel yet. I'm going to be doing that now all evening. I'm going to keep going. No, go on, just tell me. Don't tell everyone else, just tell me. I can keep a secret. Thank you, Sasha. I'm accepting the coolness that you are Reikiing to me as we speak. If anyone's in need of some Reiki, Sasha, contact her, although I don't know her website. You can contact her now. That's the gift message they had earlier. Yeah, shh, not telling you. Stop asking questions. Right, we're moving on to Jupiter at 23 degrees of Aquarius versus Mercury at 23 degrees of Libra. I feel like Libra's on holiday in Cuba. Right, so I'd quite like to go to Cuba. I've declared that now. It's going to happen. Right, so let's do Jupiter and Mercury. Jupe. Sasha's on Instagram if anyone wants Reiki. She has very good rates. She's also very good because Sasha does really clever Reiki, which is good for me. She does ocean Reiki in that she can connect into the Akashic Records sea business and send you energy from out of time. It's really very nice. So, Jupiter. Let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mercury, because it's not Mars. Right, it's got a lot. Jupiter's got 4 cards, but he is a very big planet. Oh, look, it's connected to Saturn. So, Jupiter, Ethel. Sasha's sending Reiki to everyone now. That's coming from the ocean. There's Neptune's bell. If you all just calm yourselves for a moment and feel the cooling waters of the ocean coming from Sasha. One more bell for Sasha. Oh, that was so soft. So you all concentrate on that. I'm going to get on with the reading, because you can't have a moment where I'm sitting there silently, and I can't sit silently. I might have a sip of water though, to add. It's cold water. Well, actually it was about an hour ago. So look, all hit the like and subscribe button. Then it makes me really popular. Because that really bothers me, obviously. More importantly, if you can send me a tip, it's in the link box below. It's PayPal me rustling around, because they changed it recently. It used to be a slash. PayPal me at rustling around, and it will help me to finance going to visit all these beautiful temples. So, original birthright. What is Saturn's original birthright? Well, joy. Saturn's very much about joy. But it's also got cunning. So, I learned to know. This is something about knowing the emotion in the center of your heart. Your birthright is to know your energetic truth, I guess. I'm being shown images of mountains. I'm being shown images of forests. I'm being shown images of some kind of weird creature sitting in a tree with a long coiled tail. So we also have Ken, because soft seas in English, are the French. They brought that in 1066 when they invaded Britain. This is Ken, this is the hard sea, and this is divine spark. So Jupiter, Jupiter's hot spot. Jupiter's hot spot is a storm, they're saying. A mountainous storm that's coiling. Why they can't just show me Jupiter's storm, why they have to do it the other way around, I never quite understand. Yes, water snakes are definitely going on. They're coming from Sasha. And then this is the connection to Saturn. Jupiter's trying to cheer up Saturn as well. It's like Saturn's a right old miserable bastard at the moment. So we've got Treadle. So we've got nearly the whole magic code that we had in that reading with the 4 runes. That's about getting a new energetic mantle. So it's like that both Jupiter and Lilith are trying to, I don't know, it's like they've gone into the nursing home and they found Saturn sitting in his own feces, and they're going to give him a wash down, they're going to clean him up, they're going to dress him in some new clothes, cut his hair and take him out for the day. And it's going to cheer him up. So there's something about the footprint. They're saying carbon footprints as an aside. Okay, so let's get some cards on this. Jupiter, 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 Jupiter. Bum 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 bum. Bringer of joy in the planet suite. I picked them up because there was about 12 cards came out, and I really want them to be a little bit more dainty. So, yeah, it could have been a baby possum. Energy while you weave, Angela, sounds a bit like the Norns. I'm not taking them if they stay in the pack. I need the cards to fly out. I loved Cindy's Libra reading yesterday, Joanne, because I'd just been told that I'm going to deal with timelines tomorrow at Chichen Itza, and I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, and look, just as we talked about it, it was about a karmic cycle ending. Soul retrieval is a birthright. It's an original birthright. We all come here to find pieces of our soul, to work with pieces of our soul. Wassail Cheney, got it to the garden. Possums eat ticks. Get me some possums. Right, look. Rainmaker. This is water sorcery again. I learn water sorcery. And then fire. We're getting fire and water again. Creativity being brought in. What's Ken? We're gathering energy. We're gathering new creativity. We're gathering new passions, but they're new emotional understandings that are coming in through Jupiter. Jupiter has, while it's retrograding, popped in to revisit Saturn. Remember, they did the Great Mutation last year. Oh, look, on the 21st, they did that. There they are, look, Sun and Jupiter, Great Mutation into air frequency. So then on the 18th of October, Jupiter will turn back round and go prograde and march straight back into its home, which is where Neptune is, in Pisces. So this is something to do with, oh look, stepping backwards. What's the point of this energy? It's a return into Saturn to remind Saturn of something. So maybe Mercury is communicating something. That was a bit of a... Ooh. So, we're making new space. Right, we've got a lot of fours now. So, we've got 4-0, 4-4, 4-3. And there's 4-2 and 4-9. And what is Saturn's symbol? It's a 4 with a bit of a curve in it. This is very much talking about Saturn is making space to bring about a new energetic change to Saturn. They're both working to change the frequency of Saturn. Saturn, old grumpy face. Cheer up, Saturn. Have some fun. So let's get some tarot on this. And then, no, let's get Mercury in the mix. Because there's a trine, an air trine, and Mercury is the one that's in Libra. And Mercury is going to pass over in these double conjunctions with Mars quite a few times. So, and that's that fire, that divine spark. So Mercury. Oh, they're waking up Saturn. So Jupiter and Mercury are working on Saturn. And look, we've got the weird rune. I love this rune so much. This is like card 21, the end of a great karmic cycle. Yeah, and 4s are also healing. I'm going to have another couple of cards there from... come on, Mercury. There we go. Oh, getting matching energies. The prosperity, fair, wealth, livestock, and the solubility. Mercury, so 4 and 1 is now taking place. It's like that energy wasn't there before. It was all other numbers. 6, 4 and 2, 6. 4 and 9, 13 frequency. That's coming later with the Saros series 152. And then we've got 2 and 1. That's a little rogue one to remind us of the Great Mutation. 404, 448, 437. All these 4s that form different formats. Give me a moment. 6, 19, 22, 26, 26, 34, 34, 41. It adds up to 41, which is a 5. But it's interesting that they, even as a total, become another 4 and a 1. So, Mercury is wakening Saturn with Jupiter. It's like they're shouting at Saturn. Mercury is bringing balance, but it's also this card, this new beginning that's coming in. It's got some kind of energetic, like breaking out trapped frequencies, trapped animals, trapped, like unlocking the gateway. Oh, they're showing me alder trees as gates, and the alder is the wood that deals with water, and so there's something about opening the gates of the lock, unlike a dam bursting. There's an energy of enormous emotional flow coming in. So what's Mercury's contribution while in Libra? They're saying it's anchoring it. There's something about the importance of, there's an air trine, look, flow. What's coming? What's Mercury bringing? The flow, the solubility, the purification of rain and water. So I need to just look up something, because there is, I want to also just say, because there was a little message there, our lovely volcano in Iceland went quiet for just 7 days. It's back on and it's got bigger. So let me just check this. There's an energy that I need to see. I need to spot it first. Where you gone? Not finding it. I thought I took a screen grab of it. There's a grand trine, I think, in air forming soon, before the end of the year. I haven't got it, but we'll have a look into that. There's something to do with fire and water, but flowing because we're in air frequency. Like Earth is being removed from the equation. Sacrifice the old energies of the Earth to make space for the new water flow. I really want to cough really loudly then. It's like the touching of Pachamama. It's like she feels this smoke energy. She's returning, but she's renewed. She's making space to transform the space of the world around us. Think of her as Mother Nature. So Mercury, 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 Mercury. We haven't even gone to the equinox yet. Right, look, there's something about underground rivers. The water inside the earth, the water below the surface, including not just water, but fluids, magma. That's all that's coming through. This changing of the frequency beneath the earth, bursting out, that energy, water sorcery. It's all around water sorcery, but there's something fiery around this water sorcery as well. A lot more magma. So, oh, there's a card on the floor. Oh, look. It's God-given, it's source-given, it's the Andean cross. It's the flow cosmically that's coming now. The music of the spheres is changing the tune in a huge way. So they're all working on Saturn. Saturn seems to be an old buzzard that needs cheering up rather a lot. So I think we need to go on to the equinox. Oh, I'm so hot now, though. I've got to change shirts again. It's going to be the new regular striptease. I've got a lovely new shiny yellow shirt that'll take your eyes out. So let's just take this wet one off and let's put on a new yellow shirt. Oh my goodness, that's an amazing colour. This is the first time I've put this on. Right, so let's do, this is the equinox now. We're in equinox. Right, the equinox, people, takes place on the 22nd of September at 07:21. That's the astrological time. The sun is still at 29 degrees of Virgo when this happens. And then the moon is now at 14 degrees of Aquarius. So it's just in that period from when it moves into, it moves forwards. It's going to go into a conjunction with Chiron. This is my yellow electric seed shirt. Yes, perfect, Eve. Let's get a bit more water. Let's water ourselves before this equinox. So, I can't drink enough water, I'm telling you. Right, so equinox. What's the general frequencies, please, for the equinox? So that's me singing for my supper. So if you want to, you can send me a little tip. Saying that again, very naughty of me. But that's how you finance me doing all this stuff. So PayPal me at rustling around. Right, what have we got? We've got the needle. We've got the thread, and we've got the place that they pass through to bring a new energy. This is like the day and night of equal length. It couldn't be more perfect. We're all about to thread ourselves into a new frequency. 1124. Needle stage. Needle stage. It's almost like you've got to let go of this edge of the needle, this portal part. It's like, you know, a needle is something that fits through fabric very neatly. What causes it to rock sometimes is the eye of the needle and then the thread that's going through. So there's something about slimming down your, I don't know, emotions, thoughts, philosophies. There's something very aligned. There's a new energy coming in with this equinox, whether it be spring or whether it be autumn or fall. So let's go with Odin. What would you like to tell us, please, about the needle? What would you like to tell us, please, about the needle? What would you like to tell us, please? Thank you, Cheney. Oh, so the needle. Oh, do that again. Ready? All together. Oh. We've got Vanahamir. Look, we're moving to Vanahamir. I love Vanahamir. This is 13 frequency. This is Lady Heaven. This is magical heaven that has no borders. This is the heaven that has no fears. This is the heaven that is open and loving and creative. And it's coming with air. This is the healing. The healing starts on the equinox. So we have that. So that's with needle. I'm just moving the cards so that I can follow the story. I feel like I need a little bit more of that story. I'm gonna, I don't want to put Mayan cards on for the moment. Well, they're not really Mayan. Someone's sending me an Aztec deck. Way! But the problem is I've got no postbox here. And I asked them how it works, and they were a bit unsure. So I was like, well, I'm not going to send something and then not get another tarot deck like happened in Portugal when I ordered the lovely Yoshitori one that didn't ever arrive. And it cost me, through an accident of, well, it doesn't matter, a lot of money. They took my postage twice. It was $120 each time, and I didn't get a refund on any of it or the decks of cards. So I'm going to get the Aztec deck, but I'm going to wait my time till I've got a proper post box. Goddess of the Garden, I know the problem with super chats are Amazon takes about 30% of it, and I just think that's a little bit cheeky. I'm the one sweating, not them. 4 and 2. The needle, 2 dozen, they're saying to me, 2 dozen. This is very much heart healing. So this air, this energy of taking smudge, cleansing your auric field. Okay, so they're saying to me you have to plan a ceremony to cleanse yourself, to open your personal needle. Before, when we were looking at the moon, that was all about the energies of the greater cosmos. This is about a personal relationship that you have with the next quarter of the year. They're saying it's Regulus. Regulus is on the scene. There's something being changed. We're going to have to ask about Regulus in a minute. But so sword energy, focusing on the heart. There's something to do with 1503. Don't ask me why. Someone's got some kind of connection to the year 1503. They're showing me this, no, 1603, that's interesting. 1538 to 1603, something ancestral is important to somebody in that period. How you would know, I don't know. They're showing me an Elizabethan beheading. Well, they were originally showing me the ruff that like they wear around their necks. But there was a beheading. Someone is cleansing an ancestral energy of a beheading. But somewhere between 1538 to the same 1603. That's kind of Henry VIII to Elizabeth I period in British history, I think. And we've got this new abundance. Right, the High Priestess is somehow, yeah, it could be a Spanish queen. It really could. Maybe there's something to do with, 1538. That could be the year that this town I'm in was created. Because a lot of the Spanish colonial towns here were developed in around the 15, yes, Queen Elizabeth I, redhead, were created in the 1500s. So the cathedral in this city of Merida is the oldest cathedral in the Americas. They finished building it in 1598, and they used a Mayan temple to construct it. But this is something about breaking down ties, holding back frequencies. It could have been Caterina Aragona. Catherine of Aragon married Henry VIII's brother, Arthur, and then he died, and she was forced to marry Henry VIII, and then he moved away from the Catholic Church because he suddenly couldn't have children with her, and he thought he was being cursed because he'd gone against the Bible and married his brother's wife. So it could be Catherine of Aragon. I think and she was from Zaragoza, and I think where I'm going to, there's a town of something or other of Zaragoza. Anyway, 1538 to 1603 has got something. Oh, Twitty, you have a name. Wassail, Catherine. Right, ice, grip, the shredding down with this, when you're cleansed, what's this, when you're all going to have your own stories. I don't know why that particular story is coming out. It might be relevant to somebody. It might be relevant to the energies here. Now, ice, Isa, grip. This is to love life. Elfenhamir. Seriously, this is powerful energies. The needle, Vanahamir. Ice, to be alive, to be with energy, life force, is Elfhamir. There's only one other heavenly realm, and that's Asgard. It'd be funny if that comes out and is purged, because we do feel like we're moving away from 12 to 13 frequency. Yes, she did. She did die in 1603, but I'm seeing a beheading. Maybe it's the beheading of people here. That's what it is. Thank you. So this is somehow, this equinox is about a change in the frequencies of peoples that have been wronged on a global level, but on a personal level, somebody is still healing beheading in their family line. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing heads will roll, as they say. Right, so there's a whole series of cards here that fell face down. I'm not going to take them. I only really want one more. Oh, look. Sacrifices have been made, they're saying. This card fell over these two. The purge, the moving on, the healing. The sacrifice was made. It was done. The sacrifice was done. 111. There was 111. Okay, so they're making me hold this upside down. They're saying there's a connection between the full moon and a dream. After this full moon, the personal message is underneath the horizon, and they're not involved in what's on show to the world, but by the time of the equinox, this has got to do with the Chiron, passing by Chiron. We need to ask directly. So, Moon and Chiron, please. Moon and Chiron, 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 Moon and Chiron. It's 14414 or 41, sorry. 14441 when I looked up at the time then. And it's a 1 and a 4. And what's this new one? We've got the Lovers again. There's an energy of co-creation with spirit. You have to co-create a new future for yourself. It's 441 here. Fabulous. Look, we're getting 141s, 1141. I hope Sasha's still here. Are you still here, Sasha? It's all gone 14141144114. And he's got 14% on the phone there. It's all got 141. Right, I need to know a little bit more about Chiron and the moon. There's like a handover. I'm being shown a handover. A handover. It's Regulus. I'm convinced about Regulus. How can I find out about Regulus? Let's go to the Lenormand again. I know the Regulus is the royal star. There's a reading I did about the royal stars. They're all moving. I think they're actually moving Watcher, and I think that's taking place. Right, so we've got 9, and at the top of the corner there, look, Jupiter energy, the 2 and the 4, the 4. 9, 11, and then 26, 8. So 9, you take the 9 away, 2 and 9, you take the 9 away, leaving 2, and then 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, it's another 1. There's a new beginning taking place, a new chapter. This is the energy of flowers, is something's about to bloom, something new. There's something changing of the guard that's taking place. It's a new chapter. It's like Regulus, because it's very much feminine frequency when you get the woman card. Is Regulus now in control of the September equinox? It's not quite, it's about to birth it open. Here's our water snake. It's sitting guarding the cosmic gifts of the equinox. This is the opening. What's inside this egg? This is what's inside this egg. This is the energy inside, the opening, the shedding of the skin, the awakening of something new. And we've got the sun and the moon. So it's right where we are now. This hasn't happened. This opening of that cosmic new timed egg, this new chapter that needs to be opened. Something again, they're showing me these 2 candles. It's got something to do with dark moon Lilith. It's almost like there's a cosmic timer on Dark Moon Lilith that's about to unlock, and it's like a kind of a, what are those Russian eggs? Lost the name for them all of a sudden. What are they called? Somebody tell me. I've completely lost. Fabergé. The Fabergé eggs, it's like there's a Fabergé egg that's about to open up, and inside it, there's a whole new frequency that's created by the energy of the moon. But it's a shift, a light shift. The elf Hamir, the elven ring This golden light is the elven ring almost, this Ophium Tumela. And this has got, remember, 1666 within inside it. A balanced frequency. They're saying it's a preparation 11116. Oh, it's too clever. 6. It's a preparation, this equinox, for 2022, which is the 6. And we've got the owls, and they're 1 and 2. The owls are breaking through the wall. They're like spirit, that energy we had earlier of spirit coming through with a new message. Everything's changing. Ancestral repair, yes. That's what it is. Right now, day purged. Day. Oh my God, that's a 6. There's the 666. So 666, and there's the 1 and the 11, and in the middle of this card there is a tiny 1666 written in the middle of it in the Ophium Tumela, the opening of a new clock. Hooray! Patrick's finished his homework. So the purge, the other 6. I don't know why we're going all maths now. Maybe it's because Patrick's back in the house. Petro. This is opening into some kind of new cosmic energy. This is what the equinox is bringing. It's bringing rebirth. It's bringing taking off of the third eye towards the elfin light. It's interesting because, look, it didn't give us Asgard. It was going to do it there. And we've got Kaun again. Ken. The divine spark. There's a new energy, a fire energy that's coming in. A new passion for life. Patrick, you missed all the numbers. They were just numbers, and they all matched. Everyone's lives went 14141, and then it all went 1s and 6s. 1666. So let's get some tarot. Right, what's this? It's like being remolded somehow. Really bashing these cards up. Right, so, but I've been trying to find a tarot book deck, card shop thing, place. Everywhere you go, they don't exist. I went to a place called Witch Vibes, didn't exist. And Google Maps does that a lot here in Mexico. And eventually I went in a shop that Molly, Spiritual Soul School, who lives just up the road in Progreso or something, she sent me to a shop called Mundo Maya, and the guy wasn't in there that she knew, Manuel, but the people in there said I could try a bookshop that was called Dante, and it was very funny because that morning I was talking to a friend of mine, and it was the 700th anniversary of Dante's birth or death. And so the energy took me to the shop, and they had tarot cards, but they mainly had that deck. They didn't have any that were really Mexican. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Synchronicities play an important part. So what's coming? We've got lust, strength. Oh, Kaun ulcer. You see, I always see this as touching something. You need the strength to touch something that makes you uncomfortable, to purge the pain, to burnish, to burn away that which is your mental beast, is what I'm hearing. in order to take flight, because Kaun also means ulcer in Kendall and Condal. So Kendall is a small candle, Condal is a giant cosmic energy, and they're both symbols that relate to Kaun, the flame, the light of life. And this is seasonal change. We are on a seasonal change. And again, look, we're back to the Fabergé egg, preparing itself to open. And they're saying to me that this is a cycle that's endless. This is a cycle that does this, and then it also does this. Oh, look, I've got one on the elbow. It's it's taking off, taking flight. There's something about the way those two symbols emerge and change, that it's about sacrificing some element of yourself to create something new. Again, removing of that edge of the needle at the very beginning. So, it's about this. These cycles are relentless. So Saturn gets old, Saturn gets young, Lilith gets crystallized, Lilith breaks out of the crystals. Everything is continuous cycles that go round and round and round, and we're always at different points in the cycle. And then it comes with Six of Cups. The energy will flow. The newness will be purged. We're moving into, like meeting an old friend. This is Sun in Scorpio. This has got something to do with the purging is linked to the eclipse tunnel. They're showing me this as an eclipse tunnel. This is now becoming an eclipse tunnel. So there's a real great connection to everything. Let's just fling a few Lenormand. I am AJP, having a great time in Mexico. It's warm, it's humid, and it's the most beautiful detox. My whole body's waking up. Look, this is your ulcer. This is self-flagellation. This is, what are you punishing yourself with? What is it that you keep doing over and over and over again? And they're saying to me, don't think of it as like a bad behavior. This is a good behavior that you're doing over and over again that's punishing you. They're showing me the religious icon in the background, like something that you worship, something spiritual, a practice that you do spiritually. And it could be anything. It could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be, some kind of breathing exercises. There's something that you've learned to do that you've made a permanent part of your spiritual practice, but it's an ulcer. It's not your true light. It's not what lets you take flight. That's really interesting. You have to change it. Now, I've got 3 other cards that have emerged. They've fallen on top of the Fabergé egg that's got a spiritual message inside it. So, what is this spiritual message? Interesting. This is in relation to bad spiritual practice. Oh, that's really interesting. There's 3 runes that are called, look, yeah, I'm not saying yoga's wrong, and what I'm saying is that there's a part of the way in which you're carrying out yoga that isn't benefiting you. It might mean that you need to practice it less, or you need to practice it in a different way. It's always, there's all kinds of things we do every day, but this is the point of this card. Anything you repeat endlessly becomes static. It becomes that energy of 12th frequency that blocks you. We're meant to mix things up and move things around. This is an energy of changing seasons. We need to change. It's part of a purge. And look, I don't have anything against yoga, because it's good to do work with your body. It's good to do all kinds of things, but you mustn't make them rituals, I guess is the best way of putting it. You need to decide when things are good for you and when things aren't. I mean, one of the things I find fascinating and always have with yoga is that the first principle of yoga is not breath and body bending, it's don't eat animals. And yet lots of people that go to yoga never practice that first principle. So anyway, it's not to have a go at yoga, it's to have a go at bad spiritual practice when you're not engaged in the truth of the energy behind the things that you're practicing. And they become an ulcer, they become a pain because they're actually blocking you. It's a little bit like that energy frequency of when you say, I go outside and I ask Archangel Michael to protect me. He will protect you. That's an energy frequency that's beautiful that you can use. But the problem is nothing flows through you. Archangel Michael came in a reading a long time ago and said, I'll always protect you if you want that, but no energy will enter the shield that I will put around you. And so it's about changing that energy. Let's have a look at what he's saying. Yeah, everything in moderation. Yeah, and that's really good, Christina. It is about habits that we have. We have to mix up and break our habits so that we move into new energies, because otherwise we become 12th, we become static, we become stuck. And that's very much the energy that Black Moon Lilith, Dark Moon Lilith is bringing to this. Yeah, that protection has come up before, and it's just a good example. So look, what were the cards that fell on these two about bad spiritual practices? These two have come upside down rather, outside. So the cosmic egg will not open when you've got bad spiritual practice. Yeah, Eve, don't use it. The thing about protection is trust that you are protected because you have a team around you, but don't apply the protection because it becomes stuck. I love doing the dishes. I do. I love doing the dishes. Dishes are something beautifully repetitive that allows you to open your mind to other thoughts. The only thing I don't like is doing the dishes if there's not a window to look out of. That's boring. So, and then you've got 13 frequency. This is card 13, child. It's the little repetitive things, the swinging backwards and forwards that feels like such a pleasure. But at what point do you realize that swinging on the swing is not allowing your feet to make contact with the ground below you? You're not grounded when you're just mindlessly repeating the frequencies of bad spiritual practices. So we need to turn this back up. Look, this is the cosmic egg opening. The key to your future and to coming out with your dragon frequency. Dragon frequency is in the ground. It's the feathered serpent of that you see on a lot of the Mayan temples, coming out, this energy of breaking free of the cosmic egg. But you have to change. You have, yes, spiritual health. You have to look after your spiritual health. You have to think about people that have told you, do this daily and I promise you this will happen. Yeah, it will for a bit, and then it will stop because you get stuck in a bad flow. And the final card that came out sideways, I love this card. This is Ring, and this is 25. It came out like this, but Ring is the magpie stealing a ring, stealing union. But actually, the whole point of this card is that the magpie is focused on the shiny shit that's in front of it, and it's not noticing the beauty of the mirrored soul in the mirror, in the window. That's the whole point of this energy. So let's look then. Oh, hang on, I've got one more card. Oh no, that's the little child. So let's pop all those back. That's part of this equinox. Time to heal spiritually from the bad spiritual practices. Sacrifice them with the moon and bring in a new energy to live by, a new frequency of co-creating something brand new for yourself. Yeah, mirror souls are just, I know they're coming. I'm going to ask a quick question about them, because obviously we all seek a mirror soul, and I know that with these double conjunctions that are coming up, and then these air trines, we're being shown this energy of compatibility with others, an energy frequency of seeing your face in another's, that kind of thing. I don't mean they look like you, but you know, let's have a quick look. Yeah, self-love is first. It always has to come from self-love first. Yeah, maybe just try new spiritual practices, but maybe you can make them up yourself. Create your own spiritual practices. So let's go. Hang on, I need to put the little Lenormand cards away. Smile at strangers. I always smile at strangers, but actually, do you know what? The people of Mexico, they're so sweet and nice and kind and lovely, and they smile and they say hello, even through masks. Very, very lovely people. So let's just have a little look at this. Yeah, create your own spiritual practices. Let's just ask. This mirroring, why is this mirroring about? Why is this mirroring about? What is this mirroring about? It's like seeing yourself in others, they're saying, but seeing others in yourself. Look, we've just been talking about how the static needs to be broken by new sap rising. What's up? This is to be impassioned. You can't be impassioned if you're in the static, protective, Asgardian 12 frequency. Sorry, Barbara. There they are. So, mirror souling, I need a little bit more on that. Ripen and mature. That's so funny. It was on the bottom of the deck and it got left there. And why was it left there? Because it shows you mirroring. Mirroring energies in others is a state of impassioned maturity. This is a mirror. Interesting. Cool. Do that, please, Aleister. There is a document on that you can go to on my website. You can download these cards printed with the words on and the runes in orange, or you can download them and print them without the orange and you draw them yourself. We haven't finished writing the book yet on them, but it is a project that's ongoing, and I'm hoping to get my brain back a bit better soon, because it's been so hot here, I haven't been able to concentrate. But at the moment, I'm building the book with all the information that then Rob and Reem and Cindy will be adding to, while Olga is preparing. I've got 33 first images from her so far. So it's all moving on. So what's this mirroring that's taking place? What's these double conjunctions, these sextiles, these trines? They all sound a bit rude. Okay, so 3 cards. Look, it's about mirrors. This is can come together. One sea coming together as another sea. And this is the card of ignite, the water meadow. What is the water meadow? The water meadow is the soul within you. In your sacral, there is a meadow that should be blossoming with flowers. And then you have leaf. Leaf is to grow, to become, to change, to transform. And then we have os. Oh, look, and that's mirroring. Sorry, how can I show you this? 2-2, os is 4. Become new, rewrite yourself, and the mirroring will come from os, the vessel of the God mouth. I'm being shown like a huge pipe. Again, it's that underground mystical river going inside and sweeping through the staticness of the old emotions in your sacral. And we began with Sophia's birthday and the Dino of the sacral. So let's go to the shamanics for this mirroring. So, the mirroring. Become Ericsson. Invade Canada. Many paths. Again, everyone will have their own pathway to this. And then we have Sweat Lodge. But again, Sweat Lodge is like living in this town all day long. There are many paths to shedding and becoming something new. There's something in the middle of this card. There is a figure who's getting an illuminated crown chakra and third eye. I can't hold it in the way. You can see the arms of the figure. And all the many paths are leading through these underground river, the aridness of the old space. And here in the center is a heart. I'm almost seeing the energy of the card lightning with the sword that needs to be pulled out. It's like a new heart energy is forming. And that's going back to the card needle. When you shed something, 3, 4, 5, 4, when you shed something, you prepare yourself to become something new. And leaf is just the first single leaf that will become a canopy later of leaves to protect everyone around you. And then the final card, the Ghost Dance. Oh, and that's 22. The ghost dance is ancestral energies of the past. And I want to say that you're sweating, shedding, changing. There's this sense of spirit team around you wanting you to experience this balanced energies that haven't been experienced before. It's not been possible in the world before to bring that frequency forwards. The ghost dance is a really beautiful energy. It's about your ancestors bringing forwards a story that you can interpret, and then it allows them to let go of that story and you to release it so that a karmic cycle is ended that's been trapping people. It's a beautiful frequency. It's fourth dimensional. Hooray! And what happens? When you transform that energy, you turn into Lenny Kravitz. Luminous warrior frequency. This is your sacral, blooming. 22 is also a mirror, exactly. 2 and 2. This is the sacral, blooming with water meadow flowers. And what else? Oh, what do you need in your water meadow? You need the water to flow. You need to water this arid landscape in as many different ways as you can. Tiny little moments of gifting an emotion to somebody else. To go out, like someone said earlier, smiling at a stranger is a gift. Offering gifts. This is 2-0 as well. We've got 2-2-2-2-0. I want to say palindromes. Look for palindromes. Look for numbers like 2332 or 1441 that we had earlier. Things that are the same backwards and forwards. Also words, that are the same whether you write them one way or another. Because there are certain words that do this, that they're called palindromes. Search for the palindromes and you'll know that your mirrors are around you. There's a card there that's very bold sitting on the computer. But first of all, we have the Earth Keeper. And this is 18. I'm being told to draw this energy up to you. These both add up to 9, but they don't add up to 9 in the same way because they're not compatible. Many of the things that we do in life are not compatible. They don't fit our full truth. Have you? Palindromes are great. I love a palindrome. I've been getting a lot of palindrome times. But I love them because they're mirrors. So, oh, look, it's 1414 now here. I just thought I'd mention that. And don't forget to click like, because that gets me super popular in the algorithm. Understand I'm seeing footsteps. Understanding the footsteps that you leave in the world don't always add up to the future pathway that you wish to greet. These many paths that need to be watered. There's something about making a new alignment as we move into 2022. And in fact, the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022 is a palindrome date. So the 22nd of the 2nd, so that's the 22nd of February 2022 is a palindrome date. It's also the day of the Pluto returning to the United States, just as an interesting thing. So we've got 2-4 now. Heart of Sky. So there's an energy being offered by the cosmos. I feel like I need some Lenormand. There's an energy being offered by the cosmos. It's being offered by Dark Moon Lilith. It's the energy, this is High Priestess frequency. It's like matching mirror souling. It's this was and ripen that's coming through. You know, it's mirroring in the sense that it's Dark Moon Lilith, Light Moon Lilith. The two sides of you are the two sides of another. There's something about that energy coming towards you. And that's 24, 29, 22, 32, 20, 22. There's this energy of twos just bouncing in. They're saying, tickle the little piggy. And we have the moon. And the moon is 32. 32. The moon is about a wish. You have to wish on the moon. You have to make it clear that you don't want to be a lonely shepherd. And you don't want to be part of a flock. You don't want to lead the flock. You just want the moon to open up and reveal the face of your mirror. That's interesting. From the heart of the sky, from behind the veil. Anything else, Madame Lenormand? Oh, that one's gone on the floor. Right, so, again, it's going back to this 12 frequency. The staticness, you have to make changes, you have to cut through, you have to scythe through. So they're saying to me, Santa Muerte, because she's the female version of the death frequency, hell frequency, but she has the scythe. You have to decide what in your life is valuable and what isn't. You've got all this stuff growing around you. Your whole world is populated around you. This has got Chiron. What wounds you? What is not allowing you to flow properly? You don't need it. Cut the corn, take the corn with you to the market to exchange it for new things in life. And then, you know, torch the field so that you can have a phoenix moment. There's something incredibly transformative about this card side. And it's standing, this is card 22. 22, 22, 22. It's a gift. It's an energy that's coming. We've got all these double twos, mirrors coming. There's something here about there's a kind of water horse, but it's very Capricorn. It's got something to do with Pluto. Oh, I just said the Pluto return, 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. There's something about that energy there being quite important, maybe meeting the soul, the mirror, or something. I'm not sure, but it ends with card, I'm sure this one's, it's so hard to read, 34. This is many paths, 34, 34. This is bringing us right the way back to Pisces moon. And this is the card of having a quality relationship over a quantity of relationships. You want quality, not quantity. And there's something in this card about being so tranquil and peaceful and at one with yourself, but there's also something about the bridge between the two energies of the earth. The Earth Keeper and that Sweat Lodge that didn't quite fit, these two nines. And then this is about bringing the frequency into coherence. And There's something about sap rising, wasp. I'm seeing maple leaves, maple syrup rises in the spring. Something about April. I know that's not spring everywhere. So, that was nice. I like that. I'm beginning to actually feel quite cool now that I've got all that out of me. The thing is, Sigrid, you've put no Gemini in Moon Pisces Sun, but dark Moon Lilith in Gemini at 7 degrees in trine with Saturn during this moon. And that's about her coming in to bring around a mirroring energy to the moon, to Saturn, sorry, because Saturn's an old grumpy bum. So, my God, we've been on for 2.5 hours. My goodness. My godmouth. So, I'm just going to ask for a final message, because I always have to do that. Do we have, please, a little final message? 2 is the supertonic in music, yes. Do we have a final message for the beautiful people? Do we have a final message for them to take away before I head off to Chichen Itza? Oh, we could ask about the bearded man and see whether it comes true, but I'm going to give a message to you. I'll do the bearded man tomorrow. You have a card, people. What is your card? Hey, it's upside down. Protection. Elks. Let's have an Odin with it. Elks. What's going with elks? Oh. There's one other side. Thor. This is the Mjolnir. This is spirit opening the most enormous space to power in something very, very beautiful. And it's huge. Right, so you are protected. Remember, you're being given a new energy mantle. A big spiritual energy mantle is on offer. Okay? Big energy on offer. Jotunheimr is the realm of the giants. And this is when you're going to be taken on a journey by spirit that's so enormous that it pushes you to the very limits of what you believe you can deal with. That's interesting. And then I need where are they? They're here. I need to put, so there's a massive new spiritual dimension unfolding, but you're protected. And there's a mantle on offer. There's something, we've already talked about that cosmic egg opening. Mantle, individuality, wild woman. That bell is just the best. I think on the Sci-Fi Journal, Teresa, the other day, I think I read a lovely article about the 11th century guy astral traveling. Right, so look. This journey is to bring about a new individual energy that's your own. Spirit is going to take you on a journey and bring you to a standstill, just so that it can bang you on the head knock you into the ground so that you can re-emerge as something new. The reason I'm saying re-emerge is you've got 5-3, you've got 5-2, 5-3. Stand still and let the sun change around you. Let the life force change around you. The journey is spirit trying to pull itself into the world to transform you into this frequency. So let's just get a little tarot on that at the end. So this transformation, they did a bit of a weird thing then. So the first card that came out that just got me excited was Jack in the Box, popping out new, becoming, emerging in control of all the elements. And then it's a healing, star healing. This is the Regulus frequency. This is that transformation that wasn't due before. And then two cards says, oh, transformation, Mary the Jewess frequency. I'm moving into bearded man territory. I can feel it already. This has got something to do with the reading we're going to be getting in Chichen Itza. Oh, thanks, Everlong. Oh, look, Tree of Life. I need to show you all the Tree of Life. There's a cave underneath Chichen Itza, and they did a laser image of it. I hope this works without that weird shine. And it is basically, it's an underground cave, and you walk down through it, and you come out of the bottom, and it's like a giant Yggdrasil tree. Oh, it's got a little there, ish. Look at that amazing image. There's something magical coming our way tomorrow. Look, I'm seeing huge transformations. We believe that the guy in Spain may have been an ancestor or a descendant of Mary the Jewess. She is the Temperance card. She's this transformation energy. And this energy is a transformation, a new mantle that's being created. But we've got this energy of the Kabbalah, the Jewish tree of life, the Mayan tree of life, and there's a lot to do with the Mercury retrograde. There's a lot to do with sulfur, cleansing, energies moving through. Let's just get a couple more cards on that. I feel like I need a shield to cover up. There's one. My bench is shifting, it's wobbling. There's two, there's a three. So, oh wow, look. So these are the cards that we're starting with at the bottom. The bottom of the energy of the pyramid is re-emerging to heal and transform into life. What's above? Above that, and we're coming backwards down this. This was a tower moment. This was a moment where everything was shaken down so that you could re-emerge healed. Then, between the cards of what's being transformed, what is being healed, we're descending from the Three of Swords, from that heartache that came earlier in the reading. Okay? And then, to transform into the Tree of Life, you have to remove and melt all those bad spiritual practices. They were a tree that wasn't growing properly. Their blooms were not true blooms. They weren't flowers bringing you joy. So we're going to take two cards above. So what was between the Tower and the Three of Swords? What's between the Tower and the Three of Swords? Eight of Cups, total and utter toxicity that you're moving away from. This is really energy. We're building it backwards, but I'm loving it. So the toxic wasteland. This is Saturn in Pisces. And between these two cards, the heartache and the bad spiritual practices was just a failure to harvest anything. And then the final card, which is both where the cycle begins and where the cycle ends. So if you imagine the cycle begins with spirit offering something and pounding it down, busting through all the toxicity and bringing you eventually into the world with this illuminating sun, this emerging, healed and transformed into a new Yggdrasil tree of life. It begins with faith. It begins with the fall. It begins with the new cosmic egg. This is the energy you're working with. Spirit is offering you a cosmic egg. It's going to push you to your very limits to get there through this oncoming season, but it's going to be beautiful energy. So, that's everything. The backs of my legs are on fire. I want you to burn. Wah, 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 fire. Okay, so oh no, Cheney, how is it now? Thank you all for coming. It's lovely to see you all. I'm so excited because tomorrow I've got a 9-hour journey to Chichen Itza. Going to see the Temple of the Bearded Man. We're going to ask him whether he really was Odin or a descendant of Mary the Jewess, the first alchemist. And then I think we're being taken to a beautiful pink lake. And I'm not joking, the water is pink. And all around, because it's very salty, caustic, I believe, all of the flamingos drink the water and they're super pink. So hopefully we'll do a reading in Chichen Itza, several readings, and I'll do some little videos. And then we go to the pink place. And then I'm being taken to a cenote to swim in the sacred underground rivers. It's so exciting. So if you've enjoyed my reading, don't forget, you're the ones that finance me doing all this and traveling around on your behalf and discovering things. So if you can afford a tip, it's PayPal me at Rustling Around. I can't wait to do tomorrow's thing. It's going to be so exciting. So, give yourselves all a wave. Just going to sit here watching you all write things now, because I don't look enough when I'm doing readings. I get forgetful. Spelunking. Waves and hugs, everyone. We do hugs. Oh, I miss hugs. They're lovely. Something about waterfalls. What about waterfalls? Yes, you can pay me in waterfalls. Absolutely. Well, because your name's Wells. You can pay me in spring water. Beautiful energy that you can send from your name. I love all of you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Hugging. I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger and a kisser. And it's really annoying that we're supposed to kind of like, stay away from each other. I find it so very difficult because I'm a very physical person. I like it. There's a really good song. I think I mentioned it in someone else's reading. It's called The Crickets Sing for Anna Maria by Marcus Varley. And there's a lot of hugging and a lot of kissing and a lot of hugging and a lot of kissing. And so it's Marcus Varley. and it's called The Crickets Sing for Anna Maria, and it's all about a little girl, and she has to go to bed. Well, a little girl, she's an adult. She goes to bed, and her parents don't know that she's actually going off to meet her beau, and so she sneaks out the house, and she slides down the drain pipe, and she goes out to have a little bit of hugging and a kissing, and then suddenly the papa came, and then the mama came, and then the sister came, and then the brother came, and then the uncle came, and then the cousin came, and it was a dirty shame or something. Anyway, you'll enjoy it if you go and listen to it. It's a really fun song with lots of really fast, pattery language. That's my little music tip. So, have a beautiful day. I've got to go shopping next because I still haven't made my tamales, and I've got to make them today, but it's so hot. Steaming food over an oven when the whole world is steaming, it's going to be hard. But I want to freeze the tamales and take them with me to Chichen Itza to eat the food of the gods, or whatever it is, while I'm there. Have a good day, Reem. Where am I in Mexico? I'm in Merida. And then I'm moving to somewhere else in a month's time. So I'm here for a month. Yes, tamales. I've had to buy some because I was so badly in need of them. And I had these beautiful tamales that had chaya. So chaya is tree spinach, and it's very good for you. And they make a drink, which you can see on my Instagram page. And it's super food, and it makes you very, very healthy. Go to Izamal. I was going to go to Izamal. I also want to go to Uxmal. I don't know which one of them I'm going to go on my birthday. And then I'm moving very, very far south to go up a mountain where it's much cooler, because I can't keep sweating this much. It's too much. Yeah, don't forget to like this live. Look, 99 people in here. That's a lucky number for me, 99. And then 131 likes. We could have more likes. If you all press like now, it would go 132. Just went up one. It's not very helpful. Someone pressed one. Thank you, whoever that was. You may have already all pressed it anyway. So, listen, have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going off to see a Mayan ball game in a park this evening that involves flames. And then tomorrow I'll see the actual ball court in Chichen Itza where they did it. And we get to meet the bearded man. Well, hopefully. He's going to talk to us, I'm sure. So, have a beautiful day. Enjoy your evening. I'm off out shopping in the sweaty heat. I love you all very much.